Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've shared with you my monthly trading data. And so in this video, I want to share with you a complete review for the month of May. I'm going to share with you my broker data. I'm going to share my best trade and my worst trade. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to share a recap on a trade that was taken this week, day trading pound yen. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I trade two accounts. I trade my live account, which is currently with Vantage Markets, and I also trade a prop trading account with the prop firm, the 5%ers. I'm currently enrolled in their instant funding program, which I'll talk to you more about later in the video. As always, all of the software and resources that I'll be using in this video will be linked in the description below, along with a link to a free trading plan that you can grab and download if you want to follow along with me. But there's a lot to cover in this video, so please make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight to it. Okay guys, so I'm going to start off in my broker here in MetaTrader 5. This is the account that I'm currently trading with the 5%ers. It started at $20,000. I'm still working away at their program challenge, so I'm still heading towards that target of $22,000. Now, if you caught my video last week, I had a bit of a setback because I had quite a big red week last week. This week, fortunately, has been green. And I found it quite interesting to look at my trading history, my data for the month of May. You want to see how I've done? So I'm going to get on custom period, and let's just select the correct date here. So from the 1st of May up until today's date, the 31st, I haven't taken any trades today. And let's make this bigger. And there are all the trades that I took in May. Now you might see the red and the green and think it's pretty even in losers and winners, although some of these red ones will actually be profit. I've just trailed a tight stop loss. But as a result, I made $588 minus the commission and the swap fee, and my actual profit, my balance for the month of May, is just shy of $550. Now we're going to do a few sums because the way that I like to trade doesn't actually focus on the amount that I make in terms of currency. I prefer to work with percentages, and I prefer to compare this with the risk I've taken on the trade. So first, let's calculate what percentage that is. So I've made 2.74% profit for the month of May. Now what's interesting to note is each trade that I take, I have a very small risk with the 5%ers. I actually risk 0.30% per trade. So if I divide that figure by 0.3, you can see that I've actually won 9 times my risk. I like to call this 9R. So 1R, 1 risk, that's 1 losing trade. I've taken a total of 9 winners compared with my losers. And I'm really happy with this figure because my weekly target is quite modest at 1.5R. So generally I aim for a general target of 6R per month. And I have completely hit that and made more. So I'm really happy with the progress on that profit for the month of May. Now it can be a little bit confusing because of the way the risk varies, but comparing this with my live account with Vantage, I keep it a little bit more simple and I risk 1% per trade, which means that for the month of May, because I've taken the same amount of trades, I've made 9% profit, which for me, for trading more conservatively and not taking as many trades as I would like to because I get a lot of missed opportunities with being a full-time mother as well. I'm quite happy with that profit. And this is also taking into consideration the big red week I had last week where I actually lost 0.3.5R. So obviously if I had not lost that, I would have made a lot more. So the fact that I'm still up, considering that setback, is quite a good testament to my trading performance for May. But I'm just loading up my trading folder here for May. This is where I like to screenshot the trades that I take for this very purpose, for being able to review them. And I'm just going to see if I can find the best trade that I took, which is this one right here on pound dollar, taken on the 7th of May, because I made the most from this trade. So let's have a look at this in more detail. And this just uses my general strategy, which utilizes market structure, analyzing the market structure and behavior, keeping it in context with key daily levels and institutional price levels. They are the foundation for my trading plan, and also utilizing Fibonacci retracement to calculate an entry together with intraday price structure. So there's a few components involved in my strategy, but it all works well together, and it does provide me with a nice accuracy for my trades. And this here was basically using a combination of different factors. So the previous day was an inside day candle. That means that it was trading within that previous day's range. It didn't break the high and it didn't break the low, which meant that this current day I took this trade, price broke below that previous daily low, so we were trending down. And I used this together with the Fibonacci retracement from the high of that current intraday candle to calculate an entry for a short. Now I actually set 2 positions here. I was in drawdown a little bit, but my stop was above the high of the day. And I had a smaller target here, aiming for 1.5 hours profit. And my second target here was a trade runner. As it went into profit, I trailed a stop, but fortunately that didn't get hit. So I managed to get 3R on my runner, 1.5R on my base hit, which gave me an overall profit of 4.5R on that trade. And it's trades like that I think really help my monthly performance, because base hits for me are 1.5R. They're the really nice winners, they're foundations, they provide a profit cushion. But when I can get days like this where I can have a runner and I can actually expand that profit, let the trade run and let the profit get bigger, that just really helps to boost my account and obviously to compensate for the days that I do have losing trades, because you can't just have winners, you can't pick and choose, unfortunately. You have to also take the losers, but you have to manage them well. And while we're talking about the losers, I'm going to share with you probably my worst loss of the month as well. This isn't necessarily because it was a huge loss. Any loss isn't going to be good, but there can be lessons in losers, and some losers can be silly mistakes, and that's probably why I'm going to share this loss, because this was, in my opinion, a silly mistake, one that I could have easily avoided. And that's because I waited until the news release, which was this large candlestick down. And the biggest mistake of this trade, without even looking at technical analysis, without understanding the strategy, is the mindset and the psychology. And quite often that can be the downfall that leads to losers, especially big losers or losers that run away with you. And for this trade here, and why I'm sharing this, is just sharing how you can sometimes get stuck in psychology for a trade decision. And so after this large candlestick down following the news release, I was short biased on the day. I wanted price to come up to this area here and I wanted to get short. And this is a bad decision because, first of all, and this trade that I took here was pretty much based on FOMO. Price had already had this big drop down and it had kind of gone without me. And it was ranging. It wasn't obviously going to come up here and trigger me in. And instead of just sitting back and accepting that there wasn't a trade that day, I tried to push the trade and I went against my bias. I was waiting for a short, but I thought, well, I will just get in here long and scalp the move up. Now, this is wrong for a few reasons. I am expecting the market to do what I want it to do. There's no guarantee it's going to come up here and trigger me in short. And so that's a fault on its own. I went against my daily bias. I'm waiting for a short, so to then go long doesn't make sense in the first place. And there's also emotion involved, FOMO. I was afraid to miss out because we'd already had this move. I wanted to get in. And all of these are key indicators of decision making that can lead to poor quality trades, to losing trades. And that's why I've written here, not a quality, because my trading, it has to be a quality, and if it's not a quality, then more often than not my emotions have gotten involved. That's why this is probably my loser of the month. Now, we've looked at some broker data, we've looked at past trades and reviews. I'm going to just share with you now a recap of the trade that I took on Wednesday, day trading pound yen. I usually trade pound dollar, so I switched it up a little bit and traded pound yen this week because I saw an opportunity. And the thing I found really interesting with trading is there's always something to learn. If you are a beginner trader, obviously that is pretty much learning everything that you need to be able to trade profitably in the first place. Once you become a consistently profitable trader, there's still loads of things to learn. And predominantly that can be not necessarily how to avoid losing trades, but how to actually make more money winning trades. And that's kind of where I'm at in my trading journey. And that's what I've been learning this week, because I took a really nice winner on pound yen, and this is what happened. I'm currently on the 15-minute time frame, and this is the general flow that price has been in this week. As you can see, Monday we were pushing higher. It has been in a long-term strong uptrend, but it has kind of been getting exhausted. Price broke past the 200 pound level. That's a really important level in trading, the whole pound level, and we got a break above this, but then it kind of started to lose momentum. And initially on the Tuesday, I was actually long. I managed to get a short win here. I was in around about this level here. I had a stop of 20 pips and I managed to get about 1.5R here. Now I actually had a runner, but as it started to fail and it came down, it stopped the run out break even. So I got a base hit here on the Tuesday. Now zooming into this play here, as price came down and it stopped me out break even and then it pushed up again, it tapped the daily open, but it couldn't quite get above this level. And as we started to get this pressure building up below this level, I thought that this would be a good place to go short below this institutional price level at 0.50. So I had an order set for short at 50 here. My stop was about 20 pips, so it was above the current daily open. And I had two positions set. I had one set at 1.5R, which was my normal base hit trade, and I had a runner set. Now, the problem I had with my runner is ordinarily I would aim for a run to either the next institutional price level or a technical level, which was about here. But as price hit my 1.5R base hit, I let the previous day's results affect my mind because my runner stopped out break even. I had seen that runner be up 1.5R profit and then it went, I lost it because I came up break even. And I was afraid that that would do that again. So as this trade went into profit, I basically adjusted my runner to 1.5R. So I was effectively just aiming for both trades to collectively make 3R, which worked. And it did make a nice profit, as you can see. However, the problem with this was that Thursday, price just dropped straight down. It went all the way past the £199 level, and if I had left my runner in, I'm not saying I would have caught all of that at all, but there was potential there to make a lot more profit. And so that was the potential from this week, but unfortunately my trade got out right up here at the start of that move. And this is why it's so crucial to review trades, because the greatest lesson you can have in trading is from your own performance, your own decision making. There's always something to learn. And I feel like this video is going on quite long, so I'm going to just hop onto my dashboard here with the prop trading company, the 5%ers, for those of you who like an update on my performance and my growth there. And you can see here the account P&L. This is my equity curve on the chart. So it's generally a nice up curve. I haven't quite gotten past my highs here because I had my red week last week, but this week I'm managing to curve it back around again, going in the right direction. And the advanced statistics section here is really useful because it just shows you some important data such as the profit factors. At the moment, I pretty much have that 1.5R profit factor, which reflects my base hit wins. Which means that I am risking 1 to make 1.5. If I can let those runners really run, then that will increase this, and that's what I'm working on for my own growth. And my win rate here, it's not brilliant, it's 51%, but the profit factor makes up for the accuracy. And so my total net profit at the moment stands at $941. I have a little bit more to go heading towards that profit target. But what I absolutely love about this account, and I've said it before many times, but it's worth repeating because it's so crucial when it comes to prop trading, is the fact that I have an unlimited amount of time to pass the challenge. Now, they do have inactive days, so you can't be inactive more than 21 days, but there is no time limit to actually pass this challenge, to hit the target, and for me, that is the most important part of this program, because trading under pressure, trading to a deadline is stressful, and trading is stressful enough. So if you can take that out of the equation, then you are really doing yourself a huge favor. If you want some more information on the 5%ers, I have created a separate video which I'll link above, and there's also a link in the description below. They have multiple programs available. There's also a high stakes program and a boot camp, but I'm currently in the instant funding, the Hypergrowth program, which I am really enjoying, and it has a lot of potential for growth long term. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, any comments, do leave them below. I love hearing from you, and please make sure to like it if you've enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.